Hi, friends. I am Audin Yadav. Now I want to tell you about the very recent development that is the role of India into the global politics. How India is rebalancing its global approach. Rebalancing, I mean the India's approach. World is now divided into two uh, segments. First one is the United States led, you know, and second one is the uh, China and Russia led. There is fracture in the world politics. It is now, it's not new. It is years old. It has a history of this division, but right now, the this India is, the non-aligned country because India has a history of non-alignment. So India is placing itself in a position and making the relationship with these two segments. And it is very difficult to sometimes balance some kind of relationship like this. A close relationship and Indo-Pacific partnership with the United States of America and the older ally and trusted friend of Russia. Russia and United States is the age-old enemies, you know, and the China's development is uh, worrisome for the United States and its allies as well. The United States allies. I mean, the NATO countries plus uh, Japan and Australia kind of countries, which are jealous with China's growth and its growing world stage structure. So that's why the India's position is very uh, uh, important for global politics. If you look at the very recent visit of our foreign minister, Dr. S. Jaishankar, to Russia, is very crucial one. You know, the world is looking. I was observing that every newspaper, even Western media, highlighted this visit of Mr. S. Jaishankar there to Russia. And this is raising the question of uh, the United States and India relationship. Okay, so it is very hard to balance this kind of relationship, and many factors, positive, negative, many countries eyeing differently, being the uh, India's progress. So very different kind of phenomenon is going on in the world politics. But India is balancing itself. That can be seen in the New Delhi declaration at G20. The United India, uh, through its diplomatic success, uh, came to the conclusion of Delhi declaration at G20 because India was the president. You all are aware of the matter. So, what I want to tell you about Mr. S. Jaishankar visit to Russia. You know, India's Russia trade is right now at the highest in the history of their bilateral trade, at high $50 billion. You know, India is buying a lot of oil from the Russia at some point discounted rate, but it's now discount is has reduced to a thin light. So the trade between these two countries is now rapidly growing, and the agreement because of trade is transaction, you know, is a very crucial one because Russia is sanctioned by the Western nations and cut off by the uh, trade, payment system. So the exchange of currency payment mechanism they are uh, discussing about their bilateral payment system, and India is now uh, offering in dirham currency, the UAE currency. India is making payment in the dirham currency right now of because the Russia in Russian account Indian rupee has surged a lot. Mm, Bilateral trade export to Russia is very thin light, so that's why accumulation of Indian rupee into the banks of Russia. So what will Russia do? That's the question mark. The second one is defense agreement. They have came to the very important agreement called as joint defense equipment development. Just like the BrahMos missile system developed by both nations in India, and a joint defense equipment development has been signed. Very nice thing. And third one is the implementation of a joint project for hydrocarbons on the Arctic Sea and Far East regions. So the cooperation of hydrocarbon research, crude oil research, and because India does need oil securities, does matter most for India, you know. So India is cooperating with the Russia for hydrocarbons, and geopolitics and strategic convergence will always keep India and Russia ties on a positive target trajectory. So geopolitics and strategic convergence between these two nations, making these two nations coming closer. Okay, so they did also discuss the global issues, various kind of wars going on in the world. So that's the very uh, natural thing will be discussed there. Uh, India also not joined the US initiative of Operation Prosperity Guardian in Red Sea to protect the moving ships by the Yemen Houthi rebels who is conducting or raiding uh, mm, nefarious activities, missiles launching on the uh, moving ships. So disturbing actually the passing of the ship through the Red Sea, and that's the a different kind of phenomenon. Set aside this, but cultural cooperation is also going on, and Mr. Jaishankar also visited a cultural program there where singing, dancing kind of phenomenon going on, and Mr. Jaishankar visited there. That's very fundamental thing uh, for growing soft power of India. Soft power translates into various other political, linkages of the people. India imports from Russia increased 368%, 368% from 2022 to 2023, mainly crude oils. Lavrov, foreign minister of Russia, also said he will discuss uh, sustainable transport, logistics, banking sector, and uh, financial chains would also be discussed. He is stated like this. Relations, Lavrov also said that relation of a special and privileged strategic partnership with India. The foreign minister of Russia said that the relations of a special and privileged strategic relationship with India and progressively advancing. And India are among the countries of the global south, along with the China and Russia had most focused, focused on. Agenda I told you was this, and Mr. Jaishankar also uh, went with the letter of Indian Prime Minister and delivered to them and Mr. Vladimir, President Vladimir Putin. There, no one knows what is written in the letter. That's the level of trust between these two top leaders. I told everything, and the Indian Reserve Bank also allowed it to boost account open into India, Indian banks by the Russian authority for making the transaction smooth. 33% of all crude oil volume to India. Russia is the largest supplier right now. In November month, 33% all crude oils that India imports was from the Russia. Foreign Minister also signed the Kudankulam nuclear power plant construction agreement in Tamil Nadu with the technical assistance with Russia. Areas of medicines, pharmaceutical substances, and medical devices also signed there. That's the very progressive thing. We look at. So thank you very much for listening. Everything was discussed. I told you in length. Thank you very much.